Okay, hello everybody. Today I'm excited to share with you our progress in displaying offline events and performance related to them in the dashboard. So with this update, what you'll see is on the Facebook advertising report here, we've added a new section that's down the page right below the ads funnel, which basically shows you all of your offline event performance and will allow you to go to an additional screen that I'm going to show you in a second that will let you add offline events. These offline events do honor the time period that's selected. In this case, I'm showing you the last 90 days of performance related to this dealer. And you can see here that there's been 622 events uploaded. We'll show you the different attribution windows depending on how you like to report on offline events. And then the total attribution window, which is basically set to the default, which we have here is 28 days click and 28 days view. If you wanted to, for instance, go back to the Facebook default, which is 28 days click and 1 day view, you can see how those attribution windows would be changed with this metric over here, which basically takes the 28-day click number of 73 and sums it with the 1 day view number of 65. You have the ability to look at different events that have been uploaded. In this case, there's been a number of events in other categories. These can be used for different purposes. Sometimes they might be used to show service performance that you want to differentiate from actual purchases. So in that case, maybe, we put those service appointments in the other category so I can see those. If I go to a category, or let's say my purchase events or the time window that I've selected doesn't have any events for that time period, and I should, the system's going to prompt us to upload more offline events. So if we click that, that'll take us over to this screen where we can add events. It's going to give us a sample CSV template that we can fill out, so that can be downloaded. It'll give you an explanation of all of the columns that we support. We've added a number of processing benefits over Facebook's own tool. For instance, we'll parse out a full name if the CRM system only provides that column. We can parse any sort of name with prefixes, suffixes, middle name. It'll figure out from there what the first name and last name is. We do some processing to clean up emails. We do a lot of processing to ensure that phone numbers are formatted correctly so those don't get pushed back. We also support adding the VIN on a purchase, and that will actually translate that back into Facebook's format so that they can attribute a sale to a specific product. In addition, if limited data use is active on the account, we'll honor that, but we'll require that the state field is set because the limited data use system is actually only currently pertinent to California, and the system needs to know that the user is in fact in California to apply those restrictions. So once we're ready to add a file, we have a few options here. We can drag one from our desktop, or we can click to select one. I've got a sample file here. So you can see how this is going to work. If I just upload that, it'll allow me to see what I uploaded. I can remove it. I can click again if I wanted to change it. Offline events do take a little bit to process. So what we've added here is a system that will send you an email as soon as those offline events have been processed. And that'll redirect you back to this screen so you can see the results of what you processed. We're going to require that you agree to our data usage policies. There's a lot of nuances to data usage, so we just want to make sure that we're in compliance and that you're in compliance, so that's what that agreement is. Once you're okay with everything, you can click the upload button, and then our system will process that, and it will evaluate the file to determine the effectiveness of the data. So we're going to tell you what the problems are on each row, and you'll have the opportunity to either upload a new file after you fix those issues, or if you're okay with the errors you're seeing, you can ignore them and continue processing the data. I'll say that any fatal errors will be ignored So these rows will be discarded. Rows with warnings are just telling you that Facebook might not be able to match on the data that's uploaded as well as they normally could if the row was clear. So I'm going to just say, let's go ahead. So we'll ignore and continue. That will process the file. And you can see now that that's processing here. You can leave this screen or you can stay on it. It does take a while to process. If you'd opted to have the system send you a notification, it will send you an email when it's done, so you're safe to leave this page. Once it's processed and you've gotten that email, you can go back to the stats page, and you'll see those uploaded events there and the results according to how your advertising did. So thanks for your time.